Greetings, family. Thank you for always coming back to watch our videos. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so that you can continue getting our message from us, of a message of a woken up Africa, a message of a developing Africa. So Mali has had a very difficult time this August and at the end of July, when we saw about 25th of July 2024, we saw them losing a group or of military elements, people in which even some of the Wagner forces, some guys from Russia were killed in the process. And we saw the president of Mali talking to the president of Turkey, Erdogan, who said, "We are going to continue supporting you." We also saw Ibrahim Traore of BURKINAFASO sending military to assist Mali in that small town of Tinzawatene, which is bordering Algeria at the northeastern side. And this shows you that the terrorists were well equipped, because they were able to continue fighting. Thousands and thousands of the Tuareg rebels came and, fought the farmer, that is the Mali military. But you know what? Mali and the ES keeps winning. So we saw the Ukrainian embassy in Senegalese applauding what happened. And in a controversial post on Facebook, the Ukrainian embassy in Senegal boasted of having provided assistance to terrorist groups active in Mali. Imagine, you are staying in my neighboring country, you are there boasting of how you have been assisting them. And this post sparked a lively controversy and a wave of indignation among Senegalese internet users, who massively denounced this position, despite the seriousness of the allegations and their impact on relations with a neighboring and brotherly country like Mali. The Senegalese authorities remained strangely silent. They were silent. And guys, let me tell you what happened after that. Imagine, Mali has had a lot of people being killed, right? Then we are seeing Senegal, which is a neighbor. And when you talk about neighboring countries in Africa, it's not like Germany, they are Germans, they are Italians. No, you find one tribe moving across those two countries, meaning that your brother can be on the other side and you are on this side. Your family is on the other side and you are on this other side. So we saw the Senegalese civil society coming out to condemn Ukrainians' support for terrorist attack in Tinzoatene region of Mali. And this is what they said, and I quote, "We Senegalese civil society organization condemn Ukraine's support for terrorist groups and call on the Senegalese authority to assume their responsibilities." And immediately after that, that is when we now saw, guess who? The government of Senegal summoning the Ukrainian ambassador after now, them supporting terrorism in Mali on a Facebook post. And they said this position goes against the neutrality that Senegal advocates in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. Our country, which rejects terrorism in all its forms, cannot accept on its territory and in any way words and gestures that go in the direction of the apology of terrorism, especially when the latter aims to destabilize a brother country like Mali. That's what they said. And according to the document, the ministry reminded the Ukrainian ambassador in Dhaka of their obligation of discretion, restraint, and non-interference that must accompany the seriousness and the solemnity of their mission. That is the embassy of Ukraine in Senegal. You know that we can say that as BS, because for real, if I was the president and this is my brother country, I would have cancelled the whole, removed the whole embassy, like remove that embassy out of my country, because there's no way. It means if it happened in my country, They will be doing that in another country, praising it.
They can even destabilize your own country.
Exactly.
And you are keeping them in your country.
Exactly.
We don't know what the agreements are. With these foreign policies, there are clauses that don't allow you to take such action. But there are things that we also need to be above.
Yeah.
I mean, they always make these laws and policies they always make them in such a way that they will benefit eventually. Whatever decision is to be made, it's not going to affect them in any way. But this one, Senegal just had to scrap it off. Get them out.
That's what they were supposed to do.
What kind of relations are you building with somebody who's destabilizing your brother? And you're trying to create good relations with Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, and you're trying to bring them back to ECOWAS, and you're trying to be a brother, trying to bring back the peace and the re-coordination of ECOWAS. So this could have been Faye's way to say, you know what, brothers, we have your back, and we want to do everything in our power to finish off the story of terrorism. ECOWAS still needs to re-establish itself in terms of how do we fight terrorism. Now, when you have somebody in your backyard saying we are supporting terrorism, the best step you should have taken is to say, get out of our country. Actually, we don't need any relations with you guys.
Yeah. And the good thing about the Senegalese people have woken up. They have like this mind of this is what we want. Even though they say we are giving our president time, and which I would not give time if it was me. We already saw his true colors. We have seen the Senegalese civil society organization calling on the authorities to take responsibility and firmly condemn the actions of the Ukrainian embassy. If it wasn't for the civil society, I guess the Maifai's government would have been silent. Would have been quite silent. And there's this video that is going around that is proving that France is involved in this. And Abdurrahman Tiani talked about it, and also we saw a video of in the LCI channel of a colonel of the French army openly calling for the cooperation with terrorist group operating in Mali. And according to him, he said it would be welcome to discreetly support the Ukrainians in their fight against Russia, including in Africa, that is in Mali. That shows you that it's true. They are involved. And that could be one reason why, this new friend of Emmanuel Macron doesn't want to talk about it. But it's beautiful until it gets to your neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah. So, man, we have a lot to do as Africa because we are so divided and our leaders are puppets.
But Traore has always been saying that we have evidence. We know that France has been doing this. Now this is the evidence. Actually, they are saying it themselves. Ukraine has just said it out themselves. Traore won't even have to bring out evidence anymore because these guys are just saying it. Yeah, we are doing it. We are supporting them. How stupid can we be as Africa to say continue to stay in our homeland when you are making sure that we are destabilized?
Yeah. So you destabilize my brother, tomorrow you destabilize me. Anyways, guys, if you'd like to support our work and what we do, there's a buy me a coffee link in the description. Also, super chat, super thanks. We'll be grateful. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.